Hi, today I'm going to present the topic mobile database. In this context, we will discuss about mobile computing, mobile database, why mobile database architecture, types of data in mobile application, characteristics of mobile environments, data management issues, existing mobile databases, generic criteria to select right databases for mobile apps, application of mobile databases, advantages of mobile databases and disadvantages of mobile database. Recent advances in portable and wireless technology have led to mobile computing a new dimension in data communication and processing. That is, a new advancement in this portable and wireless technology have led to the mobile computing, and this give rise a new dimension in data communication and processing. Portable computing devices coupled with wireless communication, so this allowing the client to access data from anywhere and at any time. Thus, it will allow client to access data easily. The mobile computing platform allow users to establish communication to connection to communicate with other users and also to manage their work even though they are mobile. This means that mobile computing will allow users to communicate and manage their work even when they are moving. And these features are especially used to geographically dispersed organization. Before learning about the mobile database, we first want to know the term mobile computing. Mobile computing. We know that the user who have portable devices still have a network connection when they move also. Very simply, we can say that a mobile user have a network connection when they are traveling also. So, the mobile computing is an umbrella term used to describe technologies that enable people to access network services any place, any time, and anywhere. That is, a mobile computing is an umbrella term that is used to access network services from anywhere, any place, and at any time. Mobile database. A mobile database is a database that can be connected to by a mobile computing devices or a network, and it is a database that is portable and physically separated from the corporate database server. That is, a mobile database is a database that can be connected to mobile computing devices by using a mobile network. Even though it is separated from the corporate database server, the mobile database is capable of communicating with the server from remote sites and thus allowing sharing of corporate database. That is, even if it is separate from the corporate database server, it is capable of communicating with the server from the remote sites, that is different sites, and allowing sharing of corporate database. We can also say that the mobile databases are physically separated from the central database server. Then A mobile database resides on the mobile devices. This mobile database is residing on the mobile devices. And mobile database can communicate with the central database server or other mobile client or other users from the remote site. That is, we discussed that mobile database can communicate even though it is separated from the central database, that can communicate with the central database server or other clients or mobile users from the remote sites. And a mobile database can handle local queries without connectivity. We learn about mobile database. Now a question arises, why mobile database? So let us find answer to it. Mobile devices have many applications. So some mobile data driven application enable us to access any data from anywhere and at any time. This is the major advantage. That is, we can access data anywhere and anytime. And it also needs support from the mobile database management system for these application data processing capabilities. While using a mobile database, the user can work without a wireless connection due to the poor or uneven existent connection. For example, a salesperson can update sales records on their move. Reporters can update a new database system. Like this, there are many applications. So, we know the importance of this mobile database. Now, let us move to the architecture of a mobile database. For any mobile database, things to be considered are, that is, before going to this architecture detail, we need to consider these things. That is, the users are not attached to a fixed geographical location because the user may move from one location to another. So, the user is not attached to the fixed geographical location. And we are using a mobile computing device which has low power, low cost, and it is portable also. And also, they are using a wireless system or wireless network. That is, a mobile database is using a wireless network. Here is a figure that depicts the architecture of a mobile database, and here we can see fixed host, base station, mm, mobile units all, and we will learn this all in detail in next following slides. Um, in the previous figure itself we can see that architecture of a we can see here itself we can see that the architecture of a mobile platform is distributed architecture, and we can see here that a number of computer, usually they are referred to as fixed host, and contain a base station, and these fixed host and base stations are interconnected through a high speed wired network. That is, the general architecture of a mobile platform is distributed architecture, where a number of computers, generally referred to as fixed host and base station, and they are interconnected through a high speed wired network. And these fixed hosts are general purpose computers that are not equipped to manage mobile unit but can be configured to do so. And the base station function as a gateway to the fixed network for the mobile units, and they are equipped with the wireless interface and offer network access services of which mobile unit are clients. That is, functions of the base station to act as a gateway to the fixed network for mobile unit, as they equipped with a wireless interface. because because they equipped with a wireless interface, the functions of the base station act as a gateway to the fixed network for mobile units, and they offer network access service of which mobile units are clients. Now let us discuss about each component in detail. First one is base station. We can say that the base station is a network element that is used to interconnect the mobile station to the network by air interface. And each cell in the network has a base station associated with it. The main function of the base station to maintain the medium, that is a medium or an interface, that is the main function of the base station to maintain the medium for communication to any mobile unit within the cell. And there are also many other functions. They are called processing, signaling, maintenance, and diagnostics. Next is the mobile unit. It is also called mobile system MS or mobile host MH. And these mobile units are a battery powered portable computer that move freely in a geographical mobile domain. That is, the geographical mobile domain means area that is restricted by a limited bandwidth of wireless communication channel. That is, the mobile units are battery powered portable computer that move freely in a restricted area limited by bandwidth with a limited bandwidth of wireless communication channels. And the mobile unit consists of three components. They are transceiver, antenna, user interface. And this user interface exists only in mobile unit. And this user interface, which consists of display, keyboard, keyboard used for this keyboard is used for entering information, and consists audio is used for speaking and hearing voice conversation. Also, the mobile unit consists of two channels. The first one is the downlink channel and the second one is the uplink channel. The downlink channel is used for sending data from a base station to a mobile unit, and the inverse function is taken in the uplink channel. It is used for sending data from mobile unit to base station. Next is fixed host. Here fixed host perform transaction and data management functions with the help of a database servers. Wireless communication. The wireless medium on which the mobile unit and base station communicate usually has bandwidth lower than those of wired network. And some of the wireless access options allow seamless roaming throughout a geographical region. For example, cellular network, where some may are localized around a base station. Example, Wi-Fi. That is, some wireless access option allows seamless roaming throughout the geographical region, and some are localized around a base station. And some wireless networks such as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth may use unlicensed area of frequency spectrum that may cause interference with the other appliance. That is, some wireless network may cause interference with the other appliances, mainly due to the unlicensed area of frequency spectrum. Transferring data across these wireless networks in units is packets. Client network relationship. The mobile unit can move freely in a geographical mobility domain. That is, the geographical mobility domain is the area which is circumscribed by wireless network coverage. That is, the mobile unit can move freely in a area circumscribed by wireless network coverage. And since these mobile units are moving, so to manage its mobility of this unit, the entire geographical mobility domain is divided into one or more smaller domain called a cell. And each cell is supported by at least one base station. And we must be noted that a movement of mobile unit be unrestricted throughout the cell, and the intercell movement does not negatively affect the data retrieval process. The mobile computing platform can be described as a client server paradigm. That is, a mobile computing platform can be described as a mobile client server paradigm. Here, we sometimes refer the mobile unit as client and the base stations as server, thus form a client server paradigm. As we stated earlier that each cell is managed by base station which contains transmitters and receivers for responding to the information processing for the client which is located in the cell. And we can say that the average query response time, that is the average query response time, is much slower than the time required to traverse the cell by the client. Here, the client and server communicate through the wireless channel. The wireless communication for a mobile ad hoc network, that is the wireless communication for MANET, is entirely different. The co-located mobile unit do not need to communicate via fixed network. They may use another technology such as Bluetooth. And the mobile unit is responsible for routing their own data. They must be robust enough to handle changes in the network topology, such as arrival and departure of the mobile unit. That is, we say that the topology, they must be robust enough to handle changes in the network topology, and such as arrival and departure of the mobile unit. And MANET application can be considered peer-to-peer client server, since there is no central control to transaction processing and the data consistency became very difficult. Types of data in mobile application. Mobile application can be categorized into two ways. First one is the vertical application and second one is the horizontal application. In vertical application, user can access the data within a specific cell and access is denied to the user outside of the cell. That is, only a user in the specific cell can access the data. Outside the user outside the cell cannot access the data. In horizontal application, uses a cooperative on accomplishing the task. That is, and handle data distributed throughout the system. That is, no access is denied and data is distributed throughout the system. And this application market is massive, and two type of application most mentioned are mail enabled and information service to the mobile users. That is, in a vertical application, the only the user in the particular cell can access and it is denied to the outside, whereas the horizontal, it is distributed throughout the system. And data may be classified into three categories. They may be private data, public data, or shared data. First one is the private data. As the word implies itself, a single user owns this data and they have only the control to manage it. No other user may access it. Second one is the public data. Any person who read it can access it. Only one source update its. Example, weather bulletin. Next one is the shared data. The data is accessed by both in read and write mode by group of users. Example, include inventory data for products in a company. The public data is primarily managed by vertical application, where while the shared is used by horizontal application. That is, public data means within the cell. Public data means within the cell. The users within the cell can only manage. So, vertical application. Whereas the shared data, it is a distributed throughout the system. So, horizontal application. Copies of shared data may be stored in both base and mobile station. Now let us discuss some characteristics of mobile environment. The characteristics of mobile computing include high communication latency, intermediate wireless connection, limited battery life, and changing client location. The first is the latency. It is caused by processors processes unique to the wireless medium such as coding data for wireless transfer and tracking and filtering wireless signals at the receiver. That is, it is caused by processors unique to the wireless medium. Second one is the intermediate connectivity. It may be intentional or unintentional. The area where the signal cannot be reached. Here the unintentional disconnection happens. Example, subway tunnels. And in intentional disconnection happen by user intent. That is, for example, during an airplane takeoff. Battery life. It is directly related to the battery size and indirectly to the related to the mobile device capability. This battery life is directly dependent on the battery size. Next is the client location. Client location are expected to change even when user moves, which alters the network topology and may cause their data requirement to change. That is, whenever a user moves, the it may alters the network topology, also cause the data requirement to change also. These are the characteristic impact. All these are the characteristic impact data management and robust mobile application must consider them. Data management issues. The distributed data management issues can also be applied to mobile database with the following additional consideration and variation. First one is the data distribution and replication, which means that the data is unevenly distributed among the base station and mobile units. That is, data is unevenly distributed among the base station and mobile units. Second one is the transaction models. Issues of fault tolerance and correctness of transaction are aggravated. That is, the transaction should be errorless. Next is query processing. We must be aware about where the data is located, and it is very important also. then only we can perform a query processing there. And it also affects the cost for analyzing the query processing. Here it is very complicated for a query optimization because of mobility. Next one is the recovery and fault tolerance. The mobile database environment must deal with site, media, transaction, and communication failure. Next is the mobile database design. The global name resolution problem for handling queries in compound because mobility of the frequent shutdown. Because of the mobility, there may occur a global name resolution problem. Next is the location based service. As the client move, the location dependent cache information may become stale. Next is the division of labor. Contain characteristics of the mobile environment forces a change in the division of labor in query processing. As we discussed that uh, it is very complicated for query optimization because of mobility. So the certain characteristics of division of labor mobile environment force it changes in the labor in the query processing. Security. Mobile data is less secure than the data left in the fixed location. It's all about the data management issues. Next, let us see. Now let us see some existing mobile databases. Some of the existing mobile databases are MySQL, PostgreSQL, Redis, MongoDB, Memcached, MariaDB, Cassandra, SQLite, RethinkDB, RakeDB, CoachDB, CoachBase, ArrangeDB, etc. Let us see some of them one by one. First one is the SQL Anywhere. SQL Anywhere is a relational database management system product from the company Sybase Anywhere, a subsidiary of a Sybase. Here, the database files are independent of the operating system, allowing them to be copied between supporting platforms. The engine supports stored procedures and it can also function as a mobile database. Stored procedure may return result set, that is a result of a select statement. Such result set can be processed any cursor. SQL Anywhere is used in several contexts including as an embedded DB, particularly as an application data store. Next is the SQLite. It is a ACID compliant embedded RDBMS and it implements most of the SQL statement. It uses dynamically and weakly typed SQL syntax. SQLite can be read and write sequentially. Most widely used browsers, operating system, embedded system, and many other. SQLite is a relational DB, a lighter version of SQL designed for mobile. It is an in-process library that implements a self-contained serverless zero configuration transactional SQL database engine. SQLite can be stored both on disk as well as memory and Each database file is a single disk file and can be used as a cross platform. Rayma Database Manager. It is a high performance mobile database management system ideal for develop ideal for developer creating application for mobile devices such as smartphones or tablet devices. RDM that is RAMA database manager will satisfy single or even multi-user application development needs in the mobile environment, providing fast indexed multi-table real database functionality to your application. RDM provides decreased time to market. That is one of the market because industry standard interfaces and tools for making your job easy. Out of the box project file into GitHub and running in the minutes. That is one of the function is um, industry that is it provides decreased minutes to market. Next is the complete data integrity that meets market demand for cybersecurity support. Zero data loss gives you peace of mind. Next is the develop once deploy anywhere is a RDM. Support any hardware or software combination. Avoids little endian and big endian issues or even run without operating system in bare bones configuration. Redis. It is initial release is on 2009 but stable release updated by August 2020. Remote Dictionary Server is an in-memory data structure project implementing a distributed in-memory key-value database with optional durability. In order to achieve its outstanding performance, it works with an in-memory data sets. Redis support different kinds of abstract data structures such as string, list, maps, sets, etc. Redis also support trivial to set up master-slave asynchronous replication with very fast non-blocking first synchronization, auto reconnection with partial resynchronization on a net split. Amazon DynamoDB. It is a full managed proprietary NoSQL database service that supports key value and document data structure and is offered by Amazon.com as a part of Amazon Web Service portfolio. It has similar data model to and derive its name from Dynamo but has different underlying implementation. Dynamo has a multi-master design requiring the client to resolve version conflict and Dynamo uses synchronous replication across multiple data centers for high durability and availability. It was announced by Amazon CTO on January 2012 and is presented as an evolution of Amazon's SimpleDB solution. Firebase Database. The Firebase Database real-time database is a hosted database. Data is stored as JSON and synchronized in real time to every connected client. When you build cross platform apps with iOS, Android and JavaScript SDKs, all of your clients share one real-time database instance and automatically receives updates with the newest data. This let you build rich collaborative application by allowing secure access to the database directly from client side. Data is persisted locally and even while offline, real-time events continue to fire, giving the end user a responsive experience. Relief database. It is an open source object database management system, initially for mobile operating system, but also available for platforms such as Native and other including desktop application and is licensed under Apache license. As Relim is an object store, its typed language specific APIs map typed object directly into Relim file. Therefore, classes are used as the schema definition. Relationship between objects are allowed by links. Each thread local view return proxy object that only read from or write to the database when an accessor method is called, meaning all database access is lazy loaded. Here, next we have the replay mobile face presentation attack database. For face authentication to become widespread on mobile device, robust countermeasures must be developed for face presentation attack detection, that is PAD. That is nowadays most mobile phones are using a face app, and for face security, for security we are using a face lock also. Existing database for evaluating face PAD method do not capture the specific characteristics of mobile device. So a new mobile database replay mobile for this purpose. The database provides three non-overlapping sets for training, validating, and testing classifiers for the face PAD problem. For this purpose, we also provide baseline result with the state-of-the-art approaches based on image quality analysis and face texture analysis. Here we are using a new app Replay Mobile for this purpose. Mobile database cache replacement policy. The continued escalation of manageable wireless enabled device with immense storage capacity and powerful CPU are making the widespread use of mobile database a reality. That is, because of this internet and everything, we are using a mobile phones popularly now. That is, recently we are using for everything we are using mobile phones, and we have many data to be storage for storing. Mobile devices are increasingly used for database driven application, that is for storing these all information data. We are using mobile devices. These applications have changed the mobile application access and manage data. Instead of storing data in central database, that is, the data is more moved closer to the application to increase effectiveness and independence. That is, we are not storing all the information to the central database. and we are storing into the closer to the application, right? Because we are using many apps, so most of the information is in their app, not in the central database. For effectiveness and independence, in mobile database, system caching is an effective way to improve the performance, query delay, and save bandwidth. So in mobile database, caching is used for improve the performance, query relay, and save bandwidth. So since new query can be partially executed locally, the conventional method for query replacement is LRU. First method is the LRU, least recently used, which takes in account only temporal characteristics of data items. The parameters like minimum access probability, maximum distance, and scope invalidation are used an enhanced version of prioritized predicted region based cache replacement policy. That is the second conventional method of cache replacement is PPRRP, that is prioritized predicted region based cache replacement policy, is stimulated for the temporal and spatial characteristics. Dealing with fuzziness in active mobile database system. Current needs of industry require the development of advanced database models like active mobile database system. An active mobile database system can be designed by incorporation of triggering rules into a mobile computing environment in which the users are able to access a collection of database service using mobile and a non-mobile computer at any location. That is, by using a mobile computing and mobile computing, we can access any data from any location. Fuzzy concepts are adapted to this field of database in order to deal with ambiguous, uncertain data. So, fuzzy is a concept used in this database field in order to deal ambiguous and uncertain data. Fuzziness comes in a picture in active mobile database, especially with the spatial queries on moving object. That is, fuzziness comes into a picture in an active mobile database uh, with a spatial queries on moving object. Incorporating fuzziness into rules would be improve the effectiveness of active mobile database as it provides much flexibility in defining rules for the supported application. Content sensitive mobile database summarization. In mobile computing environment, as a result of reduced capacity of local storage, it is commonly not feasible to replicate entire dataset on each mobile unit. That is, due to the limited storage, we cannot store everything in the mobile unit. That is, a mobile device or it has only a limited storage, so we cannot store everything in the mobile unit. Moreover, since mobile computer are designed to be portable, they are also physically small and thus often unable to hold or process a large amount of data held in the centralized database. Even though we developed a mobile computers, it have also a limited storage. It cannot handle or process the entire data in the centralized database. One of the approaches to maximize the available storage is to use the database summarization. So, to overcome this problem, another method known as a database summarization is used to maximize the available storage. To date, the most strategy for reducing data volumes have used compression techniques that ignores the semantics of the data. That is, to maximize the storage, we are using a compression techniques to the data. Those data do not use the compression technique adopt structural method, and the data which is not using a compression techniques adopt the structural methods. Generic criteria to select right database for mobile apps. That is, for selecting a good database, we must look the following criteria. First one is the structure of the data. Structure of the data focuses on how you need to store and retrieve data. That is, you have many application that offline application means if you are in offline, that is not in online, you can store the data there. And there have online apps depends on the access to servers for the stored data function. That is, only at the online you can store the data. And we have synchronized app stored all their data in online and offline, but can be updated only when the device periodically online. These are the three types of apps. And the structure of the data focuses on how you need to deal with the data in variety of formats. That is, you need to specify whether you want to or deal with the data in any one of the formats, that is online, offline, or synchronized apps. Next is the size of the data. The size of the data refers to the quality of data that we need to store and retrieve as a critical application data. The size of the data means that the quality of data that we need to store or retrieve. Next is the speed and scale. It addresses the time that it takes to service incoming reads and writes to your application. Speed and scale means it need to address the time, how much time it take to service the incoming reads and writes. Next is the data modeling. Data modeling means it is a representation of the data structure to be stored in the database, and it is very powerful expression of the business requirement. It will be helpful if your app contain feature like search queries, reporting, location based, etc. That is, the data modeling is a representation of the data structure to be stored in the database. Next is the data security. Data security means uh, when you are using a synchronized and decentralized storage, it is important to access, transmit, and store data securely. To cover this completely, we need to address authentication, data at rest, data in motion, and read write access. Authentication should be flexible and allow for the use of standard public and custom authentication providers. That is, to provide security. That is, for data at the rest, the server and client, you will need to want to support for the both file system encryption and data level encryption. That is, if you are using a synchronized and decentralized storage, it is important to access, transmit, and store the data securely. That is, if you are using synchronized or decentralized storage database, we need to perform the database operation securely. And for that, we are using both file level security and data level security. That is, the generic criteria for selecting a right database for mobile app include structure of the data, which focus on how you need to store and retrieve the data. It depends on offline apps, online apps, and synchronized apps. Size of the data. The size of the data refers to the quality of data that we need to store and retrieve. Speed and scale, it addresses the time we take to service the incoming reads and writes. Data modeling, it is representation of the data structure to be stored in the database. Data security, that is to process the database or to perform the operation in the database securely and to support for both file system encryption and data level encryption for security. Here are the applications of the mobile database. First, in the business field, information about the customer, competitors and market trends can be accessed and stored anywhere, anytime. And also the salesperson can update sales and customer data on their move. That is, businessmen can use this mobile database for their for recording the data. And in public sector, for example, a US Army uses the mobile database technology to get the current inventory and readiness or info that can save them logistical cost. That is, US Army uses this mobile database to store the uh, history and information about their soldiers. Next, in the health sector. In the health sector, used by physicians to store and retrieve information while making rounds. And the doctors and paramedical to retrieve vital patient history and treatment info while attending to patients in battlefield and more accidental location. That is, the doctors and medics are using this mobile database to record the patient's information. And other applications are credit card verification, electronic mail or paging, using in court also, and for estate agents, etc. Here, advantages of mobile databases. Some of the advantages are the data in a mobile database can be accessed from anywhere using a mobile database. It provides the wireless database access. We discussed that data in a mobile database can be accessed anywhere, anytime, thus providing a wireless database access to users. And the second one is the database system are synchronized using mobile database and multiple users can access the database within the seamless delivery process. That is, since the database are synchronized, multiple users can access the database. It will require very little support and maintenance. Another advantage is the mobile database require very little support and maintenance. Next is the mobile database can be synchronized with multiple devices such as mobile phones, computer devices, laptops, etc. So easily accessible. Here it is the disadvantage of mobile database. We discussed that the data stored in the mobile database is less secure than the conventional database. That is, the data stored in the database is less secure than the data stored in the conventional database. This presents a security hazard. Another one is the mobile database, which is stored in a device, may consume more CPU and more power for communicate with the application. So it to consume more power. So let us conclude our topic, that is, a mobile database is a database that is connected to a mobile computing devices over a mobile network. And mobile database typically involve three parties, that is fixed host, mobile units, base station, and these parties are the major role in the architecture of a mobile database. Mobile application can be categorized into two ways: vertical application and horizontal application. Characteristic of mobile environments include latency, intermediate connectivity, battery life, client location, etc. And we discuss many existing databases also: SQLite, SQL Anywhere, etc. And we understood the needs and advantages of this mobile database. So it is becoming popular nowadays. So it will the mobile database will be a great change in our future economy also. Any questions? Thank you.